Hello students, today we will see about the platelets. The platelets are also called as thrombocytes. They are form elements of the blood. Platelets are small, colorless, non-nucleated and moderately refractive bodies. The size of platelets. The size of platelet is 2 to 4 micron is the diameter of the platelets and volume of platelet is 7 to 8 cubic micron. Now we will see the shape of the platelets. Normally platelets are having several shapes. For example, rod shape, spherical, and they can become oval or disc shaped when inactivated. Sometimes the platelets have dumbbell shape, comma shape, cigar shape. The inactivated platelets are without process or philopodia. Now we will see the structure and composition. The platelets are constituted by cell membrane, second microtubules and cytoplasm. Now we will see about the cell membrane. The cell membrane of the platelet is 6 nm thick. The extensive invagination of cell membrane forms an open canalicular system. This canalicular system is delicate tunnel through which the platelet granules extrude their contents. The cell membrane of platelet contains lipids in the form of phospholipid, cholesterol, glycerol, glycolipids. It contains carbohydrate as glycocalyx and it contains glycoproteins and proteins. Of these substances, glycoproteins and phospholipids are functionally important. Now we will see about the glycoproteins. The glycoproteins prevent the adhesiveness of platelets to normal endothelium, but it accelerates the adherence of platelets to collagen and damaged endothelium in ruptured blood vessels. The glycoproteins also form the receptors for ADP and thrombin. Now we will see phospholipids. The phospholipids accelerate the clotting reactions. The phospholipids form the precursor of thromboxane A2 and other prostaglandin related substances. Now we will see microtubules. The microtubules form a ring around the cytoplasm below the cell membrane. The microtubules are made up of polymerized protein. It is called as tubulin. These tubules provide structural support for the inactivated platelets to maintain disc-like shape. Now we will see the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm of the platelet contains cellular organelles, Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, and filaments and granules. The cytoplasm also contains some chemical substances. These chemical substances are protein, enzymes, hormonal substances. Now we will see about the proteins. Number 1, they have got contractile proteins. These are actin and myosin. These are the contractile proteins which are responsible for contraction of the platelets. Another proteins are thrombostatin. This is third contractile protein which is responsible for clot retraction. Second is von Willebrand factor. This is responsible for adherence of platelets and regulation of plasma levels of factor 8. Third, fibrin stabilizing factor. It is a clotting factor. Fourth, platelet derived growth factor. This factor is responsible for repair of damaged blood vessels and wound healing. It is a potent mitogen for smooth muscle fibers of the blood vessels. Fifth, platelet activating factor. It causes aggregation of platelets during the injury of blood vessels. It results in prevention of excess of loss of blood. Sixth, whitonectin. It promotes adhesion of platelets and spreading of tissue cells in the culture. These are the proteins present in the cytoplasm. Then we will see about the enzymes present in cytoplasm. These are ATPase, adenosine triphosphatase, and second enzyme necessary for synthesis of prostaglandins. These are the enzymes present in the cytoplasm. Third, hormonal substances. These substances are adrenaline, 5-hydroxytryptamine, and serotonin, and histamine also. These are the hormonal substances present in the cytoplasm. Other chemical substances are glycogen and substance like blood group antigens. These are also present in cytoplasm. Inorganic substances like calcium, copper, magnesium, iron are also present. Now we will see the platelet granules. The granules present in cytoplasm of the platelets are of two types. These are the alpha granules and second are the dense granules. Now we will see about the alpha granules. The alpha granules contain number one, clotting factor. These clotting factor are fibrinogen, fifth, and factor 13. Second, platelet derived growth factor. Third, vascular endothelial growth factor. Fourth, basic fibroblast growth factor, endostatin, and thrombospondin. These are the alpha granules containing the factors. Now the dense granules. The dense granules contain nucleotides, serotonin, phospholipid, calcium, and lysosomes. Now we will see the normal count of the variations, normal count and variations of the platelets. The normal platelet count is 2,50,000 per cubic millimeter of the blood. It ranges between 2 lakhs to 4 lakh per cubic millimeter of the blood. Now we will see the physiological variations. Age, platelets are less in infants, that is 1.5 to 2 lakhs per cubic millimeter, and it reaches normal level at third month of the birth. Sex, there is no difference in platelet count between males and females. In females, it is reduced during menstruation. Third, high altitude, platelet count increases. Fourth, after meals, after taking food, platelet count increases. Now we will see the pathological variations next time. The properties of platelets. Now we will see the properties of platelets. Platelets have three important properties: adhesiveness, aggregation, agglutination. The adhesiveness is a property of sticking to rough surface. During injury of the blood vessel, endothelium is damaged and subendothelial collagen is exposed. While coming in contact with collagen, platelets are activated and they adhere to collagen. The adhesion of platelets involves interaction between von Willebrand factor, which is secreted by damaged endothelium, and receptor protein called glycoprotein 1b, situated on the surface of the platelet membrane. Other factors which accelerate adhesiveness are collagen, thrombin, ADP, thromboxane A2, calcium ions, P-selectin. These are the other factors. They also accelerate adhesiveness. Now we will see aggregation. The aggregation is the grouping of the platelets. Adhesion is followed by activation of more number of platelets by substance released from dense granules of the platelets. During activation, the platelets change their shape with elongation of long filamentous pseudopodia, which are called as philopodia. The philopodia helps the platelets to aggregate together. Activation and aggregation of platelets is accelerated by ADP, thromboxane A2, and platelet activating factors. Now we will see agglutination. Agglutination is clumping together of the platelets. Aggregated platelets are agglutinated by action of some platelet agglutinins and platelet activating factor. Now we will see the functions of the platelets. Normally platelets are inactive and execute their actions only when activated. The activated platelets immediately release many substances. This process is known as platelet release reaction. The functions of platelets are carried out by these substances. The functions of platelets are: number 1, role in blood clotting. Platelets are responsible for formation of intrinsic prothrombin activator. This substance is responsible for onset of blood clotting. Second, role in clot retraction. In blood clot, blood cells including platelets are entrapped in between the fibrin threads. Cytoplasm of the platelets contain contractile protein, namely actin, myosin and thrombostatin, which are responsible for the clot retraction. Now, the role in the prevention of blood loss. The platelets accelerate the hemostasis by following ways. Number 1, platelets secretes 5-hydroxytryptamine, which causes constriction of blood vessels. And second, due to adhesive property, the platelets seal the damage in the blood vessels like capillaries. Third, by the formation of temporary plaque, the platelets seal the damage in the blood vessels. Now we will see next property, role in the repair of blood vessels. Platelet derived growth factor is formed in cytoplasm of the platelets. It is useful for repair of endothelium and other structures of the ruptured blood vessels. Now we will see the role of platelets in defense mechanism. By the property of agglutination, platelets encircle the foreign bodies and destroy them. Now we will see the activators and inhibitors of the platelets. The activators of the platelets are collagen, which is exposed during damage of blood vessels. Second, von Willebrand factor. Next, thromboxane A2, platelet activating factors. These are the activators of the platelet. Then thrombin and ADP. These are also activators of platelets. Then calcium ions, P-selectin, cell adhesion molecules secreted from endothelial cells. These are the platelet activators of the platelets. Now we will see the inhibitors of the platelet. Inhibitors are nitric oxide, then clotting factors 2, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Then prostacyclin and nucleotidase, which are breakdown of ADPs. These are the inhibitors of the platelets. Now we will see the development of the platelets. Platelets are formed from bone marrow. The pluripotent stem cells give rise to colony forming unit megakaryocyte. This develops into megakaryocyte. Cytoplasm of megakaryocytes form pseudopodium. The portion of the pseudopodium is detached to form the platelets. Then they enter in the circulation. Production of platelets is influenced by colony stimulating factors and thrombopoietin. The colony stimulating factors are secreted by monocytes and T lymphocytes. The thrombopoietin is a glycoprotein. It is like erythropoietin. It is secreted by liver and the kidneys. Now we will see the lifespan and fate of the platelets. The average lifespan of the platelet is 10 days. It varies between 8 to 11 days. The platelets are destroyed by tissue macrophages system in the spleen. So during splenomegaly there is decrease in platelet count, and after splenectomy there is increase in platelet count. Now we will see the applied physiology and platelet disorders. Platelet disorders occurs because of number 1, pathological variation in the platelet count and dysfunction of the platelets. Now first we will see the thrombocytopenia. Thrombocytopenia means decrease in platelet count. It is called as thrombocytopenia. It leads to thrombocytopenic purpura. The thrombocytopenia occurs in the conditions like acute infection, acute leukemia, aplastic and pernicious anemia, splenomegaly, purpura. Then thrombocytosis. The thrombocytosis means increase in platelet count. The thrombocytosis can occur in allergic conditions, hemorrhage and splenectomy. Then we will see the thrombocythemia. The thrombocythemia is a condition with persistent and abnormal increase in platelet count. The examples are carcinoma, chronic leukemia, Hodgkin's disease. Then we will see Glanzmann's thrombasthenia. This is an inherited hemorrhagic disorder. It is caused by structural or functional abnormality in platelets. It leads to thrombasthenic purpura. However, the platelet count is normal and it is characterized by normal clotting time, normal or prolonged bleeding time, but defective clot retraction. Thank you.